Shalom. We are the real Hebrew Israelites, and we come out here every week to prophesy a downfall of this kingdom, America, which is called the daughter of Babylon in the Bible. And we come out here to teach you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans that you are the real Israelites known in the Bible.
And the Lord's chosen people out of all the families. Right. Look at the word form. We're going to talk about something that's in the current event. We're going to talk about the mosquitoes, the equine encephalitis, something. But there's been more people dying of it. Did it show up Exodus 18:21?
It's called swarm in the Bible.
But you can find mosquitoes too. It'll find it there too.
I just put definition of swarm.
Yeah, definition. And go into the blue letter. So, you know, let me see if this will happen too. Those mosquitoes are the Lord's killing machine. I made a video about that because they transmit infectious diseases like malaria. Alright. Go ahead, get the first verse on.
This is Exodus 8:24, and Yahweh Shimei Oshai did so, and there came a grievous swarm of flies into the house of Pharaoh, into his servants' houses, into all the land of Egypt. The land was corrupted by reason of the swarm of flies.
Now, if you go into that word, swarm and flies, it'll tell you about what a swarm really is. So, now, here's the thing. If the things that happened to physical Egypt made a big impact, and there was no news outlets, there was no YouTube, there was no the prophets in Egypt when they were in captivity, they weren't prophets because they couldn't prophesy. So Moses was the only one that was a prophet. He had Go ahead. So, like I was saying, those mosquitoes, those locusts, those flies, those swarms, they're gonna attack spiritual people too. It's in the blue letter. I also got the Vanderbilt Compact Bible Dictionary. I'm gonna look for that here too.
This says something on the when you click on tools. It says how intolerable a plague of flies can prove is evident from the fact that whole districts have been laid waste by them. So the land is laid waste by the swarms of the insects, the mosquitoes. It says the inhabitants have been forced to quit their cities, not being able to stand against the flies and gnats with which they were pestered.
Yeah, pestilence. So now it goes into the word pestilence. No, go
Pestered by those.
Go ahead, get that word pestilence. You have to now. So it's not in. If we look at the flies, And there some counties are spraying, like they're all over the air. Like if you go in a helicopter and you spray like those chemtrails, they'll come down on all the land, right? So they're going to go spray for these fucking things, just like that. And it's going to get into the water. It's going to get into the food they're growing. It's going to get into all their stuff.
Because it's the definition for pestilence, a fatal epidemic disease, especially bubonic plague.
Hey, and this disease, equine, look at the disease. Death. Because that's pestilence. Did it say death by pestilence? Triple E? Because that's what's going on. People are dying. Actually, people are getting judged. Yeah, that's what
So definition, triple E. This one says Eastern equine encephalitis. Encephalitis, since it is early in the season for the bug-borne viral disease, also known as EEE, which is triple E.
Mm-hmm. So there has been deaths by that mosquito, that swarm, and it's killing people left and right. Edomites, mostly Edomites, which is called halayim, like how Bashim Shai, a wonderful thing. Every time Edomite dies, I smile. I do a little dance. So now we'll go back to the scriptures and let's get a few more scriptures and then we're going to go into something else.
So it goes on to say, hence different people had deities whose office it was to defend them against flies. Among these may be reckoned Beelzebub, the fly god of Ekron.
The fly god of Ekron. Remember you said that the Lord of the Flies?
Oh yeah.
So now you can look at Lord of the Flies after this. Keep reading a little bit and then look at Lord of the Flies.
It says Hercules, Mascarum, Bactor, Hercules the expeller of flies.
Hercules the expeller of flies. That's a demon, right? We're reading about a demon. Hey, go ahead and say that the Most High doesn't exist. He's got his henchmen doing work.
Yeah, because Lord of Flies, that's a quote in the scripture, because somebody quoted that to the Son of God, Yahushua.
Look at it.
Because it says, when you go into the definition for Lord of Flies, it says, Lord of Flies refers to Beelzebub, another name for the devil. It says, he is also called the Lord of filth and dung.
And that's where, look at, flies are around filth and dung. And those mosquitoes are part of the Lord of the Flies because it's talking about the insects that have wings. That's why he's the Lord of the Flies. Hey man, and like I got bit earlier and I scratched it. And I'm like, how about you? How shy? How praying on it. But it's still a dangerous thing because you get judged at any point in time. Let's look at this summer for Edomites. Let's list the things that were affecting these Edomites in the summer. I made videos on these things. The first thing that went down was flesh-eating bacteria. That flesh-eating bacteria killed, I don't know, about 3 people. 3 of them. And there's probably more things that were going on. And then you got the triple E, the equine equestrian encephalitis. So those are all the things that are swarming Esau. And the Lord is a black man, a dark-skinned man. That old man was like, you know that if you were to talk to him, he would start some shit.
You could tell he couldn't be able to process, to understand.
The scripture says, what does it say about wine in no bottles? It says no wine in no bottles. There's no verse. So let's get some more information, and then we're going to move into another lesson. So I'm just bringing you up on dates, up to events, current events. I'm pretty sure your pastors in these churches do, right? They should at least.
Okay, this is Luke 11 and 14. Luke 11 and 14, and he was casting out a devil, and it was dumb. And it came to pass, when the devil was gone out, the dumb spake, and the people wondered. But some of them said, he casted out devils through Beelzebub, the chief of the devils.
Okay, so hey, Beelzebub is the chief of the devils, right? So he's the one that's infecting all these people with the equine encephalitis. Oh, and guess what? We're doing work, because I seen an Israelite pumping gas yesterday. He had his shirt with fringes, and I never seen that guy before. I never seen that guy before in my life. And I didn't want to go over there and talk to him and be like, hey man, rock the fringes and Israelite. But it wasn't right. So, where are you at? Oh, keep reading on that. That was
because even in the other version of the Bible, it tells you, one day Yahushua cast out a demon from a man who couldn't speak, and when the demon was gone, the man began to speak. The crowds were amazed, but some of them said, no wonder he can cast out demons. He gets power from Satan.
And those different interpretations help out a lot. You see how those words changed, and then the interpretation changed? It got worse. The interpretation got worse. Read that again.
It says, one day Yahushua cast out a demon from a man who couldn't speak. And when the demon was gone, the man began to speak. The crowds were amazed, but some of them said, no wonder he can cast out demons. He gets his power from Satan, the prince of demons.
Man. So he's mentioning Beelzebub because these non-believers, if they don't believe in Yahushua, they believe in Satan, spiritual Satan, and they say that they get power from that creature. I say creature because he was created. Satan was created. Spiritual Satan was created in case somebody knew. That more on that loop. That loop's bang. It's bang bang.
But some of them said he casteth out devils through Beelzebub, the chief of the devils. And others tempting him sought of him a sign from heaven.
Yahushua is the sign from heaven. His words right here, boom, going on forever. And we're re-speaking it. We're breaking it down to you. Get a little bit more on that.
It says, but he, knowing their thoughts, said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and a house divided against a house falleth. So if Satan also be divided against himself, how shall his kingdom stand?
So Satan, his kingdom is falling down because they don't have that strength of knowledge. They don't have that cohesiveness. And guess whose kingdom is coming up? Because the end of Esau is right now, and you could tell because they're not cohesive anymore. They don't want to join bands or whatever what they want to do. They're like the pastors in these different churches, these Edomite Christians. Like they should be banding together and trying to save each other. If they can save each other, they should be rereading the scriptures, because we're telling you that the Satan can't be divided against himself, because that's the beginning of the end of his fall. Read that again.
It says, if Satan also be divided against himself, how shall his kingdom stand?
How shall his kingdom stand if Satan is divided against himself? So that means that his kingdom is falling down because he's getting divided. And they're talking about the Brexit. They're talking about even though Brexit is a different thing, but it's part of that. They have different opinions on it. That's the mother hating the harlot. So let's go to Jeremiah 50.
Jeremiah 50 and verse 1. The word that Yahweh spake against Babylon and against the land of the Chaldeans by Jeremiah the prophet.
So, Jeremiah, the prophet of this time, and he's speaking against Babylon and against the land of the Chaldeans. But he's also speaking to us because it was recorded and we can read it. And once we read it, we can understand what he's saying. So he's talking to us too. So this is what we got to do as an example coming out here. We got to prophesy against what? Against Babylon and the Chaldeans, which Babylon represents spiritual Babylon, its infrastructure, and the way of living and the philosophies that they accept. Go ahead.
It says, declare ye among the nations and publish and set up a standard. Publish and conceal not. Say Babylon is taken. Thou is confounded. Merodach is broken in pieces.
Okay, so now let's break that one down. So, declare ye among the nations, that's what we're doing. And then publish, because this goes on YouTube. So we're publishing that on the YouTube. And the setup of a standard is a standard of living by the Bible. Knowing that Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are the Lord's chosen people. And that Esau is the devil that the Bible speaks of, which is a white man. And the Lord's a black-skinned man, and he hates the white man. So why does he hate the white man? Okay, I'll fill you in. First of all, he takes over, like right now we're reading about Babylon. He takes over the customs of everybody, so he doesn't have his own identity. And that's what the Greeks were doing. They were going around conquering and defiling the land, taking over customs that weren't even theirs. Like that's why Alexander got killed, or he succumbed because his own people, the Macedonians, the Medes, they, this is a Macedonian. Yeah, the Macedonian. So he was a Macedonian, and his own people were like, because he came back dressing like different cultures that he was conquering, taking them over, taking them with him, and making them part of his. So they didn't really respect him. So let's keep going. Let me keep breaking it down. And conceal not. So we can't hold back anything. I mean, you can also come and ask. So if you ask, you'll know. Babylon is taken. Baal is confounded. Merodach is broken in pieces. Her idols are confounded. Her images are broken in pieces. And that's Babylon right here. Keep going.
It says Merodach is broken in pieces. Her idols are confounded. Her images are broken in pieces. For out of the north there cometh up a nation against her, which shall make her land desolate.
Okay, so now we're gonna get down to it. Up from the north, I was talking about Russia and the Soviet Union, the former Soviet Union. And you can go to Isaiah 13:9 to hold that while I explain this. So if someone came up from the north to take Babylon down, nobody took ancient Babylon down. There was no war. We're gonna get down to it. Because who took down the Babylon? Was it the Russians? It was Darius. Give me that 13 and 9.
Isaiah 13:9. Behold, the day of Yahushua cometh, cruel both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate, and he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it.
So that's what's going to happen. Okay, so this place. Go to Isaiah 30 and 20. And you can go study who the king of Babylon was. Shalmaneser the fifth.
This is Isaiah 30 and 20. And thou, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, it says, and though Yahweh Shem Yahushai give you the bread of adversity and the water of affliction, yet shall not thy teachers be removed into a corner anymore.
Yeah, so we're out here teaching you what's going on. So read that again.
And though Yahweh Shem Yahushai give you the bread of adversity and the water of affliction, yet shall not thy teachers be removed into a corner anymore, but thine eyes shall see thy teachers.
So we're out here teaching and you see us. And let's go back to Jeremiah 5:50 and 3.
Jeremiah 50 and
Go ahead.
Jeremiah 50 and 3. For out of the north there cometh up a nation against her.
So let me explain that again. So out of the north coming up a nation to what?
Which shall make her land desolate.
And we read in Isaiah that the land was going to be desolate. Babylon was never desolate. The ancient Babylon was never desolate. They just got took it over. It's like a fucking corporate takeover. Hostile takeover, I should say. Go ahead. Read that for me.
For out of the north there cometh up a nation against her, which shall make her land desolate, and none shall dwell therein.
So nobody's going to dwell there in that land after it was taken down. So the United States is spiritual Babylon. It's Babylon, that great city. So verse 3 in Jeremiah 50 is talking about modern day Babylon. Go ahead, give me
says, and none shall dwell therein, and they shall remove. They shall depart, both man and beast.
So it's gonna be nobody's gonna be there. Because the thermonuclear fire is gonna destroy everything and take everybody down.
Jeremiah 50:4. In those days, in that time, saith Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, the children of Israel shall come, they and the children of Judah together.
In what day? Read that again.
In those days, and in that time, saith Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, the children of Israel shall come, they and the children of Judah together.
Okay, so the only Judah was in Babylon. Israel was already taken down by the Assyrians. We were already over here in this land, trying to situate ourselves. So it's not ancient Babylon. Get Jeremiah 5:4, please. No, just trying. See, and now everybody's coming out here, and now everybody's seeing. Shall thy teachers be removed into a corner anymore? We're not in the corner. We're out in the open. What?
This is Jeremiah 5:4. It says, therefore I said, surely these are poor. They are foolish, for they know not the way of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, nor the judgment of their power.
So the judgment of the power was they got taken down by different freaking kingdoms. The Assyrians took the northern kingdom, because Assyria is right by the north. Let's say Assyria is right here, and this is Israel. Assyria is right here. The northern kingdom had this part, and the southern kingdom had that part closer to Egypt. So Babylon took Judah, the southern kingdom, because it was closer to them. That would be Iraq, or the lower below, up in Assyria. And Assyria took down the northern kingdom. So in that day, we're going to be together. And guess when that day is? That day is today, because we're together today. Judah and Issachar live together down that street, in that hood. There's Mexicans and Negroes living together. That's Judah and Issachar. And the Lord's a so-called black man. So why is everybody worshiping a white man, calling him sweet Jesus? That's part of that taking down. See? So it's spiritual Babylon. I mean, Babylon the Great is right here. We're together. Where you at? Verse 4. Read it again.
I said, therefore I said, surely these are poor. They are foolish, for they know not the way of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, nor the judgment of their power.
Poor.
They don't know the judgment that's coming.
And ultimately, that's talking about Esau, because he's fucking, even though he has riches right now, he's broke already in the next one. He's already owing. He's in debt already in the next kingdom. Right?
It says, I will get me unto the great men, and will speak unto them, for they have known the way of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, and the judgment of their power.
Yeah, so we know how dangerous how Bashim Yahushai is. He's jacking you up. He's jacking up spiritual battle. Hey, who let loose the Lord of Flies? Who let him loose? So in a way, Yahushai did cast out Satan, but not in the name of Satan.
I think there's a movie called Lord of the Flies, huh?
Yeah. And then that movie, there's these kids.
I've never seen it though.
These kids are in a fucking ship. The ship gets wrecked. They fucking they wash up the shore, and then they start acting like fucking wild animals. All a bunch of Edomite kids. And then they start calling the fat boy Porky and shit, poking him around. and then one of them dropped a fucking rock on his head. See, who does that? Lord of Flies. Well, that's about catching demons. Go ahead, let's go back to Jeremiah. Yeah.
This is Jeremiah 50:4. In those days and in that time, saith Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, the children of Israel shall come, they and the children of Judah together,
Shall come together, right?
going and weeping.
That's what we're doing right now.
I like John Wayne. So like
If we had some Judites in the camp, if we had some
I like
Judites,
motorcycles, and there's a company
That we
that
could-
makes
we could all be together, but
called Omni.
you know, every Judah doesn't even want to look. Judah already knows, has that look in his eyes. He's ashamed. He didn't even want to stop. I should have said the Lord's a black man, but that bitch was talking over him too loud. He said, I don't want to hear that stuff. Read that again.
It says, in those days and in that time, saith Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, the children of Israel shall come, they and the children of Judah together, going and weeping, they shall go and seek Yahweh Bashim Yahushai their power.
That's what we're doing right now. Did they do that in ancient Babylon? No, because Israel wasn't there. There was some Israel there, but they joined the Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. Because of the Assyrian captivity. Quote verse 5.
This is Jeremiah 50:5. They shall ask the way to Zion with their faces thitherward, saying, come and let us join ourselves to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai in a perpetual covenant that shall not be forgotten.
And that special covenant is going to come. Because that's what we have to come out here and prophesy. It's a lot. Keep going.
My people hath been lost sheep. Their shepherds have caused them to go astray. They have turned them away on the mountains.
Man, on the mountains, on different governments.